I'll tell you, man, things are just getting crazier and crazier when it comes to this whole Diddy situation. And why am I harping on this so much? Well, it's because there's so many different rumors, allegations, lies, people getting their 15 minutes of fame that they've been dying for. The one person that I always hated on every time he said something was Dame Dash. And as a fan of Rockefeller and as a huge Jay-Z fan, still being my favorite, it is so hard for me, even though I don't know the person personally, it's very hard for me not to defend Jay when it comes to these allegations. And I used to jump into Dame's lives on Instagram, and I used to jump on his interviews when I seen them and be like, you're a hater and you're this and you're that. And let me start by saying, I'm sorry, because I guess I never really felt or seen your side of the situation. Now, let me explain right after this intro.
Makes you think what's the channel about? What's this really about? It's about teaching life lessons, teaching the youth. It's about top fives, movie reviews. That's what makes you who you are, makes you what you are. There's no rules in this game. There's no parameters. Just truth. So, 2-3 weeks from now, you're gonna wish you subscribed. 2-3 weeks from now, you're gonna be looking for Movie AV Impulse. Okay, I'm reloaded. Let's go.
You know, I was recently watching this interview, and until now, I guess I didn't realize how much I really looked up to my icon. Now, as much as people might hate me and I might lose subscribers for this, when you have an icon or when you look up to somebody, like, you know, money wise or famous wise, not necessarily in life, but when you look up to them, you want to not believe anything negative that you hear until you see proof, evidence. I want to see, well, I don't want to see the videos if there are videos out there, and I would hate to think that he was one of the ones that partook in anything to do with minors, because that would just destroy everything that I believed in, especially when Rockefeller first hit scene. It was just like a takeover. You know, they asked Dame about what the legacy of Bad Boy is going to become if Sean is convicted of all this stuff, and he had a great answer, which is,
Bad Boy will be remembered, but I don't think it'll be celebrated.
What he said next really hit me hard.
What I worry about again is if any of the things are true about Homeboy, how will that impact or affect the legacy of Rockefeller?
He is right. What is going to become of Rockefeller and the legacy that are left behind? We are talking about some of the biggest entrepreneurs that are still successful today. What happens to the entire empire? And while I always hated on Dame because him and Jay had differences, and I don't know these people personally, I gotta be the first to apologize to him.
You thought somebody was the truth and that they were perfect, and you fought for them and you argued for them and you celebrated them, almost sometimes to the degree of worship. Then all of a sudden you find out that everything you thought they was a lie, and that you've been promoting a lie, and that you've been promoting evil. Will you have the accountability to say, yo, I was bugging?
You know, he said it best. He's in a position where he's not being looked at. You know, yeah, they had that party way back in the days, but that was nothing compared to what these Diddy parties were looking like. I guess hating somebody and not even knowing them, I mean, it's just one of the bigger lessons for me is I guess I can't hate on a person if I actually don't know the person. And if Jay comes out and all these allegations are true and all these things that people have been saying about him are true, like, yes, I know in business wise he is cutthroat and he will cut off anybody he has to. That has been shown to be proven. And the fact that he's being silent, along with a whole bunch of other people being silent, he is not the only one, but he is the bigger name.
Let's say these things about Jay are true. Are you going to admit that you could have been wrong all that time for celebrating someone that may not be so morally correct? If all this comes out to be true. And are you going to be like, damn, I do understand why Dame was so defensive?
So, Dame Dash has made such a great point, and I want to know your feelings on this. If, let's say, everybody's convicted and everybody's guilty, and these type of things really were going on, where is that going to leave you as far as looking at Bad Boy and Rockefeller Records and, let's say, Beyonce, and how you look at her and how you look at everybody? Are you still going to listen to the music, or are we just going to say enough is enough and we are done? So, Dame, I hope this video finds you, even though it won't. You know, here I was always thinking you were just hating and always trying to make excuses, and you are living the life that you finally wanted to live. And for me, for one, I am happy for you, and I'm also happy that a couple other names are not on these lists at all. So, you know, peace, love, and thank you for 4,000 subscribers. It is like unbelievable. I know to many people that is not big numbers, but to a nobody like me, those are big numbers. So thank you all, and I hope I didn't lose any of y'all. Make sure y'all come back for the next one. Much love. And if you want to check out any of my merch or anything like that, links down below. Peace.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me. You're not going anywhere.